Herbicides really help to spur some much-needed social reforms in this country. And one of the most interesting ones occurred in California. In the 1970s, the use of that short-handled tool in the vegetable fields in California became a civil rights issue. It was a moral issue. The Catholic Church took up the issue, and they wanted that tool banned permanently because it was destroying workers' backs. And if you read the autobiography of Cesar Chavez, you see that he referred to his lifelong back pain because as a young man, he pulled those weeds out by hand. So in the 1970s, the state of California banned the short-handled tool for work for weeding fields. And of course, herbicides replaced it, just as herbicides replaced the kids hand weeding in the summer and the millions of workers in the South. In California right now and in other places in this country and around the world, organic growing is in fashion. And organic growers have to control weeds without using herbicides. And in very valuable vegetable fields in California, the growers have a terrible problem because they can't give those workers those short-handled tools anymore. They were permanently banned in the 1970s. And they've got very valuable plants, and they've got to get the weeds out. And so they had a very sharp lawyer figure out how to manage this problem. And what the lawyer figured out was when they banned the short-handled tool back in the 1970s, they didn't ban the practice of hand weeding. And so they were able to start sending workers out into the field with no tools at all, just bending over and pulling the weeds out by hand. Well, the state of California caught on to this practice and said that they would have to ban this practice as well. So in 2004, the state of California banned the practice of hand weeding in order to protect workers' backs because they were actually bending over further than they did with the short-handled tool. But they made an exception for the organic growers. The organic growers came in and pled their case and said that they would have significant yield losses and profit losses without being able to send workers out to pull weeds by hand. And so we tell this story because people in America want to know how their food's produced. And so I simply say to people, if you're eating organic lettuce or carrots or celery from California, think about those farm workers who are spending those thousands of hours pulling weeds out of those fields so that you can have an organic meal where herbicides are not used. It just tells you how important herbicides are.